Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is the weekly market analysis. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, do also click on the subscribe button and smash the notification bell to get notified whenever I post a new video. Finally, finally we've come to the end of the month of September. Alright, yes, and I mean September wasn't good. September wasn't good. Even with August that I made a comment earlier on that August wasn't a good month. I remember the first 2 weeks in August, we were able to get like 200 and something pips on the market within the first 2 weeks of August. But for September, it was bad. All right, we really had a bad condition in September, and that's normal. All right, and on a general level, I think on a general level, September is not really a good month also. All right, just like August. Yeah, so going forward, I'll know how to go about things when a month of August and then September comes. All right, yeah, so that is just that. And bear in mind, we've also ended the third quarter of the year 2023. We are about to enter into the last quarter of the year, and trust me, this is the point where trade opportunities pan out frequently. All right, yes, this is the point where trade opportunity pans out very frequently. So this time you don't have to make things slow for yourself. Do you get it? Yeah, so we are in the last quarter, so whatever efforts that you need to put in to end the year well, this is the time that you need to put in that effort. All right, yeah, so let's get into the chart. But before we get into the chart, let's get into the economic news calendar to see what is happening so far as the economic news for this week is concerned. So on Sunday, we have bank manufacturing PMI for the month of September for Australia. Then we have manufacturers index for the third quarter for Japan. Then we also have on Monday, we have retail sales for the month of August, month over month for Swiss franc. We have retail sales year over year for the month of August for Swiss franc. And then we have ECB speech for the Eurozone. We have manufacturing PMI for Spain, manufacturing PMI for Swiss franc, manufacturing PMI for Italy, manufacturing PMI for Euro, manufacturing PMI for Germany, unemployment rate for the month of August for Italy. We have manufacturing PMI for the whole Eurozone. Then we have global manufacturing PMI for the month of September for Greece. We have the manufacturing PMI for GBP. We have unemployment rate for the Eurozone. We have unemployment rate for Greece. We also have global manufacturing PMI for the month of September for Canada. We have the global manufacturing PMI for the month of September for USD. We have ISM manufacturing PMI for USD. Then we also have the Fed chair power speech. So we'll have a speech from the Fed chair too as well. So Monday is really packed with high impact news. So we are expecting to see a lot of volatility within the market right at the start of the week, that is on Monday. So take note of that. On Tuesday, we have a bank holiday for Eurozone. So the euro related pairs, all right, the likes of Euro JPY, USD JPY, and all that, we might see some level of or some small amount of volatility within the market so far as these pairs are concerned. So take note of that. We have the interest rate decision announcement for Australia. All right, yes, so currently interest rate set at 4.1%, and they are looking at maintaining the interest rate at 4.1%. Let's see what happened with that too. Then we have the CPI for the month of September for CHF. We have the unemployment change for the month of September for Australia. We have unemployment rate for the month of September for Australia. We have job openings for the month of August for USD. Then you have the bank services PMI for the month of September for Australia. On Wednesday, we have service PMI for Spain, service PMI for Italy, service PMI for France, service PMI for the month of September for Germany, service PMI for the whole Eurozone. So take note of that. We have the S&P Global Service PMI for GBP, retail sales month over month for the month of August for Euro, retail sales year over year for the month of August for Eurozone. Then you also have another ECB speech so far as the Eurozone is concerned. We have the ADP employment change for the month of September for USD. We have the Global Service PMI for the month of September for USD. We have the ISM Service PMI for the month of September for USD. On Thursday, there is a Republic Day for Portugal. This you're not going to see much. There's not going to be any impact on the market so far as this news is concerned. So take note of that. We have the balance of trade for the month of August for Australia. We have balance of trade for the month of August for Germany. We have initial jobless claims for the month of September for USD. Jobless claims 4-week average for the month of September for USD. Continuing jobless claims for the month of September for USD. Then you have the PMI for the month of September for Canada. Then you have the another ECB speech for the Eurozone. On Friday, we have retail sales month over month for the month of August for Australia. We have the unemployment rate for the month of September for CHF. We have retail sales year over year for the month of August for Italy. Retail sales month over month for the month of August for Italy. We have unemployment rate for the month of September for Canada. We have employment change for the month of September for Canada. We have the unemployment rate for the month of September for USD and unemployment rate also for the month of September for USD. Then we have the non-farm payroll. All right, yes, that is the NFP. Yeah, so we'll look at that going into Friday. So these are the high impact news that we have on the market so far as going into this week is concerned. So kindly take note of that. All right, yeah, so these are the high impact news. That is just that for the economic news calendar. Let's delve into the chart and see what is happening. We start with the dollar index. So for some time now, we've seen the dollar index giving us a very heavy bullish move. And as it stands now, let's switch to the weekly time frame for me to draw your attention to something. Look at where price is at the moment. All right, yes, so an old low. All right, I'll say I'll take this as a breaker block. All right, price is currently within the breaker block of the weekly time frame for the dollar index. So this will happen, or this is what I'm expecting to see. Two conditions. If we should have going into this week, if price should close above the zone, all right, if we should have price close above this area, then we see price push to the upside to fill up this fair value gap. Remember, we are having a fair value gap right here. All right, yes, this is a fair value gap. So going into this week, if price should close above this area right here, we see price pushing and to fill up this fair value gap. But if price should close below this area right here, then definitely see price moving to fill up all these liquidity voids we are seeing here. So far as next week or going into a new week is the first week of the month, there shouldn't be any rush at all so far as taking trades on the market is concerned. All right, yes, be very patient to see what is up next. Okay, yes, but let's switch to the daily time frame and see. So this is the daily time. For the daily time frame, it is not really giving us any bearish indication yet. The daily time frame is not giving us any bearish indication yet. Maybe somewhere Monday, Tuesday, we might get an indication as to where price wants to move to. All right, and just bear in mind, I have resumed the daily market update. Yes, I went away for some time now because last time I told you I was having some issues concerning my internet at home and all that. So I was making it very difficult for me to be bringing you the daily market update, and also the market wasn't really good. All right, we didn't really have a good conditions appearing in the market. So I mean, all the same, I couldn't bring you the market outlook, but sorry, the daily update. But going into this week, I'll be bringing it to you. I'll be bringing a daily update. So make sure you are subscribed to this channel so that whenever I post it, you get notified as soon as possible. All right. Yeah. So, but for Not like this, I want us to switch to the 4-hour time frame to see something on the 4-hour time. For the 4-hour time frame, we have taken a what? We have taken a low right here. All right, you've taken out a swing low, and whenever we take a swing low, what do you expect? A lower swing high formation. All right, yeah. So let's see what will happen. All right, yes, because the time frames are not really in line at the moment. All right, yeah. So that is just that for the dollar index. Let's look at what is happening on GBPUSD. So for GBPUSD, we've had price push to the downside for some time now. Price is still bearish at the moment. All right, I was expecting price to bounce off at this area, and it did that. All right, we saw price moving to the upside, but as it stands now, I want to see some form of pullback happening. All right, before we see a push to the downside again, because as it stands now, it's still looking bearish on the long term. Price is looking bearish on a long term, but I want to see a pullback at the moment before we see a push to the downside. So that is going to be my expectation so far as the GBPUSD is concerned. See, because it's actually the first week of the month of October, I don't want to really rush things. I want to take my time, see what is happening in the market. So whatever I'm giving you are just my opinion, are just raw opinion. All right, they're just raw opinion. I haven't really had the concrete long-term view on the market yet. All right, probably within this week in my daily updates, you are going to get what more information on the various pairs. All right, yes. So kindly take note of that. That is just that for GBPUSD. Let's look at what is happening on AUDUSD. So for AUDUSD, for some time now, we've seen price stalking. All right, we've seen price stalking, and I wanted to see price move out of that range for me to see where price wants to move to. And as it stands now, price took out the what? Price has taken out the what? The 40-day low. That is the previous 40-day low. And then we've seen price move back into the range again. All right, we've seen price move back into the range again, and whenever we see price take out a swing low, what do we expect? We expect a what? We expect a lower swing low to what? To form. So as it stands now, I'm expecting to see price push to the downside if this swing high is respected. All right, if this swing high is respected, then we see price push to the downside. But if we see a violation of the swing high, all right, that is the previous 20-day high, then definitely we'll see price push to the what? To the upside. So at the moment, that is what I'm expecting to see on AUDUSD. So as it stands now, price is stacked within the what? The previous 20-day high and then the previous 20-day low. So I'm very, very patient, right? Yes, I don't want to move buttons or press any buttons at the moment. I want to see what will happen going into this week. Definitely is going to give us some heads up on how the market is going to move. So that is just that so far as AUDUSD is concerned. Let's look at what is happening on USDCAD. Yeah, so for USDCAD, we've seen price taking out the what? Price took out the swing low right here, then it moved to the upside. But I want us to switch to the 4-hour and see what is happening on the 4-hour time frame. So for the 4-hour time frame, we've seen price taking out the what? Sell side liquidity, and it took out the what? A buy side liquidity. So I'll take that as a what? As a shift in the market structure. And as it stands now, we are seeing, or I'll take this as a bullish breaker block. So going into a new week, I want to see USDCAD. I want to see price pull back into this area. Then we see a push to the upside, taking out the previous monthly high. But I want us to look at something here. All right, we've had an impulse move. All right, or one concept that you can also use is we've had an impulse move, and whenever we have an impulse move, what do we expect? We expect price to fill at least 50% of that impulse move. So by taking our gun box, we measure the range. All right, we measure the range to find out which level or at which level is the 50% at. All right, so by looking at the range, the whole range right here, I want to move it into the whole range. All right, yes, so by looking at the whole range, look at where the 50% line is, right at the breaker block. All right, right at the breaker block. So I want to see price for the 50%. That is where the breaker block is. Then we see a push to the upside. So that is going to be my expectation so far as USDCAD is concerned. Let's look at what is happening on GBPJPY. So for GBPJPY, I'm still bullish long term. All right, I'm still bullish long term because fundamentally, interest rate of GBP stands at what, 4.35%. Interest rate of JPY stands at negative 0.1. I mean, which investor would like to sell the yen? Sorry, buy the yen and sell GBP? He doesn't really gel well with me. All right. So as it stands now, I'm still looking forward to see GBPJPY move to the upside on a longer term basis. But look at something here. We had last week, we had an impulse move to the downside. All right, right after price giving us that impulse move, you've seen price was meandering around that impulse move, which means that we are likely to see one more pull to the downside, either to take out this sell side liquidity right here or to take out this liquidity right here. All right, yes. And so if I'll take a long-term buys on GBPJPY, I want to see price violate this bearish candle right here. All right. I want to see price violate this candle right here, this bearish candle right here. Then we see a push to the upside. All right. So by price violating that bearish candle, it becomes a bullish order block. By price violating this bearish candle right here, it is going to serve as a bullish order block. So let's see what will happen. All right, so that is just my expectation so far as GBPJPY is concerned, and that really tells me that I really have a lot to look at this week. All right, yes, this week basically wouldn't be I don't know, but this week is really gonna be a less trading week for me. All right, I'm really going to take trades on setups that are so clear. A market like USDCAD is one of the pairs that I'm likely to trade this week because things are clear on it. But with the other pairs, with the likes of GBPUSD, AUDUSD, and then GBPJPY, I need much information. All right, on the higher time frame, I need much information if I'm going to take a long-term positions or long-term trades on them. All right, yeah, so let's see what happens. All right, definitely this week's daily market update will come with a lot of information. All right, will come with a lot of information. So if you miss, you are really missing a lot. If you miss, you've done yourself a great harm. So make sure you don't miss, because looking at what I'm saying out here, that means the daily update will come with a lot of information, because I'm going to give you an update of whatever I'm telling you. I'm going to give you an update of whatever I'm telling you here. So it's very important that you don't miss the daily Forex updates. All right. Yeah. So make sure you take note of that. So that is just that for GBPJPY. Let's look at what is happening on EURJPY. So for EURJPY, interestingly enough, EURJPY has been stalking, unlike GBPJPY, which we've seen price trying to push to the downside. For EURJPY, it has been stalking. All right, and these are two positive correlated pairs, and clearly it tells you that there is a possibility of price would push into the upside. All right, yes. So as it stands now, I'm still bullish on EUR/JPY. I'm still bullish on EUR/JPY long term. So I want to see price push to the upside, but it needs to get out of this range. Definitely this week, I'm expecting price to get out of this range because of the high impact news that we are having. All right, we have a lot of euro high impact news this week. So definitely that is going to be a catalyst for price to move out of this consolidation. Then we see where price will move to next. All right, so for EUR/JPY, I won't really give you much about it. Definitely within the week in my daily update, we'll talk more on that. All right, that is when we've seen price giving us clarity. All right, yeah, so that is just that so far as EUR/JPY is concerned. Let's look at what is happening on the gold market. Yeah, so for the gold market, we've seen price push to the downside for some time now. All right, price has been pushing to the downside for some time now, taking out a major low right here. So as it stands now, once we've taken out a swing low, I want to see a lower swing high being formed. All right, because gold is still looking bearish. Gold is still looking bearish for me. So definitely I want to see price push a little bit up to form a lower swing high. Then you see price push the downside. My next draw in liquidity is this relative equal lows we are seeing here. All right, that is my next draw on liquidity. So going into the last quarter of the year or going into this month of October, I want to see gold continue to push to the downside to take out this relative equal lows we are seeing here. Yeah, so that is my expectation so far as gold is concerned. Let's look at what is happening on NASDAQ. Yeah, so for NASDAQ, we've taken out a swing low right here. For NASDAQ, we've taken out the swing low right here, and price is looking bearish on a long-term basis. So once you've taken out this swing low, I want to see a formation of a formation of a lower swing high. I want to see a formation of a lower swing high. But before that, I want us to switch the 4-hour time frame and see what is happening on the 4-hour time frame. So right after price taking out a swing low, we had an impulse move to the upside. Right, of which that impulse move to the upside has given us a fair value gap right here. All right, I don't know if you are seeing it, but there's a fair value gap, and price price attempted to tap into the fair value gap, but it couldn't. All right, it took out this sell side liquidity, and this alone is enough. This alone is enough for price to push to the upside, because I'm expecting to see price push up before we see price pushing to the downside. All right, I'm expecting to see price push up before we see price pushing to the downside. But I'll be observing. All right, I'll be observing to see how the market is going to react. But on a long-term basis, I'm bearish on NASDAQ. All right, I want to see price push to the downside, take out the 20-day low, then into this fair value gap we are seeing here. We have a fair value gap. I don't know if you are seeing it. All right, this fair value gap. All right, we have a fair value gap right here, of which I'm expecting price to tap into. So that is just that for NASDAQ. Yeah. So that is just that for the weekly market analysis. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, do well to click on the subscribe button and smash the notification bell so that whenever I post a new video, you get notified as soon as possible. And I've dropped a new video. All right, I've dropped a new video on how I mark up my chart for a new month. All right, I do this every month. So all these markups you are seeing here, I've demonstrated to you how I do it in my new video. All right, using the EBITA data range and liquidity concept. All right, so kindly go there and watch it. kindly go there and watch it. It's going to help you a lot. All right, yeah, so that is just that for the weekly market update. I'll come your way again another time with the daily update, probably on Monday. All right, I wish you all good luck and good trade. Peace.